Hi guys. The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry that it's been such a long time since I put out any videos. I feel like such a slacker. I'm only hurting myself and you guys by not putting out videos. Really apologize for that. And ironically, this video is about my sleep disorder. And the whole reason I'm not putting videos out is because of my sleep disorder. Go figure, the irony of that. I want to apologize up front as well for the lighting, which is poor. I'm just walking my dogs, wearing my flip-flops. It wasn't kind of an unplanned walk. I took them along with me to go to the post office. We just missed the post office hours. Not that I was late. I wasn't late. They actually closed the doors early because they're cleaning the floors. Go figure. So I decided to walk them for a little bit, and I'm going to go to another post office that's open later. So in the meantime, I figured, let me make a quick video because I haven't made one in a year or two? I don't know how long it's been, but anyway. I first want to say hello to everybody. I hope everybody is alive and kicking and well and not with COVID. I've gotten very, very, very lucky. I have not caught COVID as far as I know. I haven't tested myself, but I don't have any symptoms. So happy and so thankful about that. I will tell you 2 reasons I think that I haven't caught COVID, and I hope it stays like this. I think it's because of 2 things. Number 1, for the last 2.5 years during this whole COVID pandemic, I have not gone to a crowded place. Only once, and that was for my dad's birthday, and that was about a year ago. I really didn't want to go to the crowded place. I wanted to celebrate his birthday, but I didn't want to go to a crowded place. And they told me it wasn't going to be crowded, and it turned out it was very crowded. And guess what, guys? There were people sneezing and coughing in there, which I was really unhappy about. And about 3 days after we went there, I wound up getting sick with something. It wasn't... Sorry about that. It wasn't COVID, I don't think. Again, never got tested, but whatever it was, the symptoms of coughing and sneezing that I had went away in a couple days. So I didn't really worry about it. I wasn't feeling that horrible, but I caught something because it was going around and we were in an indoor place. Both my parents are vaccinated and boosted. And guess what? Their daughter, me, I did not get vaccinated or boosted. I didn't want to. I didn't want that crap in my system. Now, I wouldn't tell people to get vaccinated and boosted or not to. That's everybody else's business. I would encourage people who are out amongst crowds to get vaccinated and boosted. I decided not to because I'm not around crowds. That was the first time in 2.5 years that I was out in a public place. Now, I do go and run errands and things, go to the grocery store, go to the drugstore. But whenever I go to these stores, I go at the very tail end of the day when no one's in there. And if there happens to be someone in there and I hear a cough or a sneeze, I dart out the door. I don't stay there. So I make it a habit not to go to any crowded places. Number 1. Number 2, even though I'm not vaccinated and boosted, I joined a monoclonal antibody study, and that was about a year to a year and a half ago, and I got injected with monoclonal antibodies, and it's a study to see if these antibodies will prevent you and protect you from catching COVID. Now, I will tell you this also. My parents had gotten sick a couple times in the last 2.5 years. Again, they weren't tested for COVID, so I don't know if it was COVID, but they were sick with sore throats and coughs, et cetera, et cetera. And you guys, I didn't get sick at all. At all. I didn't even get a sore throat or a cough or anything. The only time I caught something was that time we went to the restaurant, and that was only for a day or 2 that I was sick, maybe 3 days. So I don't know whether it was the monoclonal antibodies that protected me and helped me heal and helped me get well. But I will tell you, I saw something recently in the Miami Herald. It's a study. I think it was on the news. They were talking about the fact that there is a study going on right now for monoclonal antibodies. And I don't know if it's the same one I'm in, but they're really, really thinking that these monoclonal antibodies will protect from catching COVID. So that's what I chose to do instead of the vaccines. Why did I choose that? 2 reasons. Number 1, you get paid to be in the study, and who doesn't need money? So I got paid for that. Number 2, they told me also these monoclonal antibodies don't only protect against COVID, they protect against a lot of viruses. So I feel like maybe that's why I didn't catch whatever it was that my parents had, whether they had the flu or whatever it was, some cold virus. I didn't get sick at all, and I was around them. I did not wear a mask at home. So who knows? Maybe it was those monoclonal antibodies. So that's why I feel like I didn't get sick. We don't know for sure, but you know. Anyway, this video is about my sleep disorder. Now, I know that in past videos, I kept saying, and I titled it as Non-24. Now, I was never, and you guys probably know this, the sun's out, but I really want to get some sun. I was never diagnosed by a physician. Again, apologize for the lighting. Was never diagnosed by a physician with Non-24. My doctor and doctors in the past know that I have a very serious sleep disorder. They never said that it was Non-24. They know it's a circadian rhythm disorder. So what happens with me, now I will tell you this, for many years, and I might have said this in my past videos, I wasn't able to ever sleep at night. This is like literally all through my high school years and everything. This for me started literally like around, I'm going to say age 12, 13, I stopped being able to sleep at nighttime. And it was really frustrating. I could only sleep during the daytime. So think about it, 12, 13 years old, I couldn't fall asleep till well after midnight. And then if I had to get up early for anything, school, anything, well, the weekends I could usually sleep. And that's when I felt good because I could sleep in on the weekends. But even at night, or sorry, in the mornings, like when I had to wake up for school, I felt absolutely horrible. All through junior high and high school, I could never sleep until well after midnight. And we had to wake up early. And, you know, kids need a lot of sleep. So I was a zombie. Guys, I don't even know how I made it through my junior high and high school years. I don't know. It's like a blur. Luckily, I was an intelligent kid who didn't really listen in my classes because how are you going to listen if you haven't slept, right? But I was smart. So I would like do my homework and I always got A's and B's, very few C's. I was able to really keep up pretty well with my classes. So I think that's why my parents didn't think there was really a problem with anything with me. They didn't really think that my sleep disorder was a serious thing, you know? Anyway, this went from not being able to go to sleep at night and wanting to sleep all day to around age 30 is when I started skipping days of sleep, nights and days of sleep, where I would stay awake for 24 hours or more. And then after about 24 to 48 hours awake, then I would finally crash and sleep. But sometimes I still have to take a sleeping pill. So it was horrible. It was horrible. It is horrible. It's still like that. The reason I am making this video is because I want to tell you guys I finally found out about a medical study for delayed sleep phase syndrome, which is what I had all those years before this whole thing of skipping days and nights of sleep. So I am going to start this study. I'm not sure if I'm going to be accepted into it, but I'm going to go either tomorrow or next Friday to be interviewed and to go through all this medical stuff and to see if they'll accept me into the study. So, because it's really not at this point delayed sleep phase syndrome, it's something that's way more serious because I don't have any circadian rhythm whatsoever. So we'll see. I just wanted to make this little video to let you guys know that I'm going to be trying to see if I can enter into this study. I'm in Miami, Florida. If you guys want more information about this study, I can find out if the study is going to be in other cities and states. I was very lucky that it's here. I think it's also in California, but I will find out where else it's being held, if it's being held, and then you guys can, dogs are pulling me, you guys can like inquire about it, but I'll find out. Okay, so leave me a comment if you want to know more about it, and I'm going to also do another video about my hernia and everything going on with that. All right, you guys, take care. Have a great one.